I'm Neil from Elasticwaffle.com, and this is my review stroke introduction of the American television series The Office. The Office is a show that made Ricky Gervais famous in the UK, and it's obviously been remade and sold in the US. It's doing really, really well. The Office is basically a mockumentary style comedy series in which there's a group of people who work for an office where they sell and distribute paper. In America, the company that they work for is called Dunder Mifflin. Obviously, the show is full of really memorable characters that most people are familiar with working in an office environment. I have a rather controversial point of view. I think that the US version of this show is much better than the UK version of the show. Now, before you get angry at me and start throwing stuff at your screen, please don't do that, by the way. You're just going to waste your own money. You got to realize that I actually saw the US version before I saw the UK version, and the US version's first 2 seasons are exactly copy and paste of the UK version. So that's where this whole thing probably comes from. But anyway, I prefer the US version mostly because the main character, the office manager, which in the UK version is played by Ricky Gervais, and the US version is played by Steve Carell, is much more bearable in the US version, is a much nicer and relatable character. Sorry, I know that that's not a word, but yeah, the main character is much more relatable in the US version, and the jokes are slightly more relentless as well, and I sort of just prefer it overall. Again, this is just my personal preference. Anyway, I know that pretty much everyone and their grandmother has heard about this television series, as I stated earlier. Please give it a watch. It's available to purchase on DVD if you're in the UK. I think it's also available on Netflix over in the US. So yeah, by all means, go and watch this legally. Season 1 and Season 2 are basically carbon copies of the UK version of The Office, however with some very, very noticeable differences. Now, I would say that anything from Season 2 onwards, up until the point obviously where Steve Carell leaves the US version of The Office, are excellent. I'll definitely give them a watch. However, since he's left, the show's slowed down a little bit. They're not quite sure of their bearings, and they don't really understand how to progress with the show's storylines and how to deal with the characters without the main showrunner being there. Anyway, it's still worth a watch. Like I said before, catch it on DVD, catch it on Netflix if you can. Toodle pip. It's outro time.